There are around 340 billion trees on our planet Earth. But what if I told you that every single year, 1% of these trees are used by one company alone? That's nearly 30 billion trees annually, or about 963 trees every second, all used by the world's largest furniture brand, IKEA. It's hard to believe that a company responsible for such massive numbers once began with something as small and simple as a matchbox. Yes, a humble matchbox. And the story behind IKEA's rise is not just about furniture, it's about how a child's weakness became his greatest strength and how a tiny idea grew into a global empire. This is the story of Ingvar Kamprad, the man behind IKEA. Ingvar was different from the beginning. At the age of just 6, he started his first business. His family noticed that he had a natural flair for trade. His grandmother, seeing his potential, gave him just 88 Swedish öre, not even 1 full krona. With that, little Ingvar bought 100 matchboxes. His grandmother encouraged him further by being his first customer, buying a matchbox from him for 3 öre. Soon, people in the neighborhood began buying from him too. That small investment tripled into 3 Swedish krona, and although it wasn't a fortune, it lit a fire in Ingvar's heart. He learned a crucial business lesson early on. Buy low, sell high, and always reinvest your profit. As he grew older, while other children were busy playing, Ingvar spent his time selling household items, pens, decorations, belts, anything that could turn a small profit. And every time, he reinvested what he earned. He wasn't just making money, he was building experience. But growing up wasn't without challenges. When Ingvar went to school, teachers noticed something unusual. He struggled with reading and remembering. He had dyslexia, a condition that makes it hard to process words and symbols. Yet, he didn't let it hold him back. In fact, he kept his small shop going even during school. He sold watches, pens, and even belts to his classmates, and once made 500 pesos, his biggest school-time profit. At 17 years old, he graduated from school. As a reward, his father gifted him enough money to officially register a trading company. In 1943, that company was named IKEA. The name came from I for Ingvar, K for Kamprad, E from Elmtarid, the name of the family farm, and A from Agunarid, the village where he grew up. At first, IKEA had no office, no shop, not even a real location. It was a virtual business that ran on mail orders. Ingvar continued selling the small items he'd been trading since childhood, operating out of a tiny shed where he packed orders himself. Little did he know that this modest beginning would one day turn into a global brand. Ingvar began importing goods like pens and wallets. He was just 17. But business was going well. However, these items were available in local stores too. Why would someone order them by mail? Ingvar realized the only way people would buy from him was if his prices were lower or his products unique. That sparked an idea. He started doing deep market research. He made a list of products that cost very little to manufacture but were sold at inflated prices. Why was a pen made for 1 cent being sold for 10? The answer became clear: distribution and middlemen. The cost didn't lie in making the product, it was in getting it to the customer. Ingvar's solution? Cut costs by streamlining distribution and delivery. That would require clever planning and relentless work. Until now, furniture wasn't even part of the IKEA catalog. But then came 1948. Post-World War II, the Swedish government began constructing thousands of new homes. With them came a rising demand for affordable furniture. Ingvar saw the opportunity and began buying low-cost furniture from local manufacturers and selling it under the IKEA name. Sales of furniture quickly overtook all his other products, but there was still a problem. Thanks to his dyslexia, Ingvar struggled to remember the numeric product codes typically used in catalogs, so he gave the furniture names that were simple, unique, and memorable. Customers found this more user-friendly too, and the decision turned out to be a game changer. IKEA's catalog became a powerful sales tool and orders skyrocketed. However, competition was fierce. Mail order companies were everywhere. Everyone tried to undercut prices, but often that meant compromising on quality, and public trust in mail order services began to fade. Ingvar realized something. If he could offer high-quality furniture at low prices and let people see and touch it themselves, he could build real trust. That's when he made the bold decision to open the first physical IKEA store in 1953. This allowed customers to walk in, check the furniture themselves, and buy directly. Delivery costs went down, and so did customer skepticism. To encourage visitors, Ingvar even offered free Swedish bus rides to the store. On opening day, more than 1,000 people lined up. The store was a hit. People were eager to furnish their new government-issued homes, and Ingvar's strategy worked beautifully. IKEA's mail catalog still went out, but now customers had a place to see the furniture in person. IKEA became the first mail order company to combine physical retail with catalog sales. To make the store more appealing, Ingvar even added a pool next to it. Soon, the IKEA store became a tourist attraction. People came for a fun day out and left with furniture. But success doesn't come without enemies. In the 1950s, Swedish furniture dealers were furious. IKEA's low prices were threatening their business. First, they got IKEA banned from trade fairs. Then they pressured suppliers to stop selling to IKEA altogether. Many gave in, afraid of losing big clients. But Ingvar was no ordinary businessman. He fought back. While other retailers paid suppliers in 3 months, Ingvar offered to pay in just 10 days. Slowly, suppliers returned, sometimes secretly, delivering furniture at night. Meanwhile, IKEA started designing its own furniture and even began sourcing from Poland, far beyond what local competitors had imagined. Ironically, the boycott made IKEA stronger, and one day, something unexpected happened that changed the future of furniture forever. A customer struggled to fit a table into his car. An IKEA employee watching this suggested, "What if we remove the legs?" That small idea led to the birth of flat-pack furniture. Customers could now assemble furniture at home, making it easier to carry, cheaper to ship, and much less likely to break in transit. The concept was revolutionary, and it worked. So much so that psychologists later dubbed it the IKEA effect, the idea that people place more value on things they build themselves. Ingvar now had a winning formula: flat-pack, low-cost, self-assembled furniture delivered with thoughtful design. As demand grew, he opened a massive IKEA store outside Stockholm. It was the size of 8 football fields, spread over 3 floors. The store's layout was genius. There was only one entrance and one exit, guiding shoppers through every section, ensuring they saw everything, even what they hadn't planned to buy. Still, there was a problem. The store would often empty out around lunchtime. People left to eat and didn't return. Ingvar fixed this too. He opened a restaurant inside the store, and it worked. Customers stayed longer, shopped more, and IKEA's famous meatballs became as iconic as its furniture. By 1965, IKEA had launched its largest store, drawing 18,000 visitors on opening day. By the early 1970s, IKEA was unstoppable, but Ingvar wanted IKEA to live on, even after him. So, he made a plan. A controversial one. Sweden had extremely high inheritance taxes. To avoid IKEA being broken up after his death, Ingvar hired lawyers worldwide to create shell companies and trusts in tax havens. The corporate structure became so complex that Swedish authorities couldn't touch it. IKEA was accused of tax avoidance, but Ingvar's intention was to protect the company, not to enrich himself. Then came another controversy. In the 1980s, it was revealed that some factories in East Germany supplying IKEA furniture had used prison labor. IKEA faced public backlash. When the allegations were confirmed, the company issued a public apology and acknowledged its mistake. Despite these challenges, IKEA kept growing. In 1990 alone, it opened more than 70 new stores. And in 2008, IKEA officially became the world's largest furniture company. Ingvar Kamprad passed away in 2018 at the age of 91. But his legacy lives on. Today, IKEA has 473 stores worldwide and launches over 2,000 new products every year. And true to its founder's roots, each product is still named using Swedish words, something Ingvar started because of his dyslexia. From matchboxes to a multi-billion-dollar empire, Ingvar's journey is a testament to vision, perseverance, and innovation. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like and share this DocuPeak video. Thank you for your incredible support and kind comments. We'll see you in the next powerful episode.